automatically opened in Excel.
That's a CSV only. It is a CSV, is a one sheet Excel, save as, file save as, desktop, and save as type, you have to choose Excel workbook. Save as, and then choose the type as the first option, Excel workbook. CSV is also an Excel only, but it has only one single sheet. Whereas Excel workbook comes with multiple sheets. Once you're done, please confirm.
Done, sir.
So this is a sheet of data we have. How many rows are there? Can anybody tell me?
10,000, sir.
So how many rows are there?
10,000, sir.
10,000 rows are there, and I think we have columns also. 21 columns are there. So this complex data sheet, when you get these sheets in CSV, you have to convert them into Excel workbook first. Once you have converted them in Excel workbook, select any single sheet or single cell. Select any single cell on the sheet, go to Insert, click on Pivot Table. So once you select a single cell and insert pivot table, it will automatically select the range. And let it be new worksheet, click OK. You will get the pivot table sheet. All right, all of you created a pivot table sheet.
Yes, sir.
Can you confirm you have done this pivot table? Now,
Done,
one
sir.
of the important things in inventory management, somebody is asking a doubt?
No, sir. Done, sir. You can go ahead.
Done. Okay. See, one of the important thing in inventory management is to understand how was the demand in the previous historical demand, how was it there, and what type of products or categories or brands consumers are buying. Based on that, you can plan your inventory management or your demand management or your product category management. Category management is what we are just calling it. You have category managers. If it is a large scale company with different products and categories, we'll have a category manager who has to constantly see who is buying those products, what type of people are buying, and all those things. Now, this sort of analysis, you can do it in Power BI. You can also do it in Excel. You can do it in R. You can do it in Python. There are many analytical softwares which will help you to do it. Since we are sticking to Excel for our operations analytics, I have chosen Excel for working on this thing. So this is the demand sheet or the sales sheet for the previous quarter of women's shoes as a category. So let us create a pivot table and let us see how many brands are there. I will drag brands to the row. So there are many brands. You can see in the thing, there are many brands of almost more than 100 brands are there. You can see here. Similarly, if you drag back and see categories, categories is also very wide category is there. Typical categories we have to see the various categories separated by comma. So this again is a problem. Primary category is only two, only shoes only is the primary category. Within the primary category, manufacturers, I think there are many. We have to do cleanup actually. Dimension, colors, categories, brand. Primary category is only shoe. Categories, there are many. Clothing, shoes, all are the same. So from this, we need to extract information. So we have to separate this data, and then we need to do a lot of corrections in this data. Okay, so I'll show you the cleanup process, because in real-time analytics, you have to do a lot of cleaning. You will be spending a lot of time in cleaning only. Particularly in categories column, we have a lot of cleaning to do. So all of you copy the categories column, add a sheet, and paste it in the new sheet category. All of you pasted the categories column into new sheet.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now we need to clean this data. For cleaning up this data, we'll put it into cells, and then we will remove those cells which have common things. So select on A, column A, go to data. In data, you go to text to columns. Click on column A, alphabet A, then go to data tab, text to columns, delimited with, select delimited, next, comma is the delimiter, take the comma as the delimiter, next, and finish. So you can see here, we have broken the categories into different various subcategories. Now, what we have to do is, first category is, we have women's clothing, women's shoes, necklace, women's shoes. All of them are shoes only, right? And all of them are women's shoes only, right? So let us see shoes. Control Shift down arrow. Clothing also, it is women's clothing or something like that, right? Women's clothing and shoes. So I'll delete column A, column B for the time being.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Well, why?
Sir, actually, if we go to see, there are women's clothing, women's shoes. There are different categories. So when we sort and filter, we see many categories over there. It's not all shoes.
You are saying this category, right?
Yes, sir. Yes. The first two columns, if we see, it's not just women's shoes, it's clothing also, and many other things.
See, basically this is all shoes, right? So what I am saying is, basically this is a column called clothing and women's shoes. Women's and women's shoes. So we can delete it, no problem. We are worried about the type of the shoes. So I'll delete column A and column B. Now, column.
So in column A only, I am saying there are sneakers also.
No, we
Sneakers
will
are
look
also
at.
there. Then shoes are there.
See, we are. This is all women's shoes, and all are there. Sneakers, sandals, boots. So we can keep this category. See, category 1. So in category 1, I will go to Home tab, sort and filter. So we have the categories as athletic shoes, babies, women's casual shoes. Why I have 2 categories? Okay, apostrophe S is the problem. Okay, so I will unselect all, select women's casual shoes. Only 2 are there. So we will put apostrophe manually. Then select all. Okay. Now category wise, now we have women's casual shoes and women's shoes. So what we will do with this one? So what I will do is we have to do something with these 3 categories: women's casual, women's shoes, and women's shoes. What should we do with this? I think if you look at the last one, it is suggesting the final category, right? So what should we do here? Okay, we will make women's casual shoes as a separate category. Now, what should we do
Yes,
with
sir. I think we need to create one general umbrella category.
Pardon?
I think we need to create one umbrella category because the women's shoes are reflecting in columns and rows together. So there's no umbrella category that we can categorize all the shoes.
So women's shoes, you can see there is a lot of information. Basically, heels and sandals is one thing which is categorized. So this category of women's shoes, heels is there, loafers is there, heels and sandals is not there, right? Basically, if you can see here.
If we categorize, yes, sir. So if we categorize shoes, sneakers, heels, and boots under all women's shoes, then women's shoes will be the umbrella category. So, sir, I think we need to create that, and sandals also will come under women's shoes. Then I think we need to create one umbrella category.
So umbrella category women's shoes, we will calculate it, create it as a separate column. That we can create a separate column, right? But what we should do with these 3 categories: women's shoes and women's shoes. Because if you look at the other categorizations, athletic shoes, babies and kids, boat shoes, boots, clogs, clothing, flats, Kolabura, loafers, men's shoes, Oxford, sandals, slippers, sneakers. Now these 4 categories, okay, we will take women's casual shoes as a category. I forgot it. Now I have to decide what I should do with women's shoes and women's shoes. Now I will create a separate column where we will have a common value called women's shoes. That's a different umbrella category we will do. Now, but before that, to fit it in the category, or let us say I will name this as shoe type. Shoe types as the variable name. Now you tell me what should we do with this categorization of women's shoes? Sandals is there. Yeah, sandals is there. So I will change the first one to sandal. Second one, again, you can copy paste these two casual shoes, Control C and Control V. Then women's slippers, you can copy paste them and paste them here as women's slippers. Or slippers is a separate category, right? We have slippers as a separate category. Okay, we have slippers as a separate category, so we will remove the women's part. We will make it as slippers. Okay, then baby and kid shoes. So we will copy this and paste it here. Similarly, this is what category. We'll leave it like this. Winter boots. Do we have winter boots as a category? No. So we can create a new category called winter boots. So Control C, Control V, and then Control C, and then Control V. Winter boots. I'll delete this line, women's 10th line, or let's do it later because there are missing values here. We can't make any decision. Now, again, these are your boots. So, boots. Then this is also boots. Again, all women's shoes. Again, we are having a problem here. Again, this is your winter boots. This is your winter boots. This comes under category shoes. So all these things, I think we can convert it into shoes. So let us copy this, Control C. So we have again boot, shoes, Skechers. Okay, these three we will convert it as shoes. Skechers is again a brand, right? Skechers is brand. So this will fall under
Yes, sir.
category, boots and shoes. Okay, we will make them boots. Similarly, all women's shoes, we will make them, all the clothing parts, we will make them as shoes. In here, Control C, out as shoes. Okay, and we'll go down and see what these women's shoes are about.
Sir, in this way, many columns will be left out. So will it be better that we sort and filter and then change the
That's
data?
not we stop it and filter, no? The majority categories we are keeping them. Women's shoes we are keeping or women's shoes we are seeing. This data is all about women only, na? Why to have women's shoes as a separate category?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm telling. See, the data is about women's shoes, so why do we need to have women's shoes as a category?
Exactly, sir.
So, if there is no such categorization, then we'll convert them into women's shoes. Otherwise, we'll convert them into what you call women's shoes are there. So we'll keep them as women's shoes only. Or we can convert them into shoes. Right? Got it right? So the cleanup process is very important here. Let us see. Let us select this column. Find what women place with none, displace all. Okay. Find the space, replace all. Okay. Now in one go, I have removed the word women. So with single word, we have removed women and converted it into shoes. Now we have lot of columns called women where we don't have a categorization. It is missing for these categories. Food, athletic shoes and all. Okay. You know control and replace, right? Find and replace. Or casual shoes. Or Oxford. This is boots. This is boots. This is boots. And this is shoes. Now we have lot of columns with women. What do we do with this categorization of women? So for women, we don't have any categorization. So shall we make it as a general category as shoes? We'll convert them into shoes. Select all, unselect all. Now I think we have a categorization properly done. Now I will take this column. So why 1106 are coming? Do we have a filter? Oh, 10,000 percent. Now we have missing value rows also. In between we have some missing value rows. That's right. Okay, no problem. Control C. I'll copy this, go to women's thing, insert, copy cell. So I'll remove the category column. I have the shoe type column now. Now I have got some type of primary category shoes. Okay, shoe type, we got it, and then we have some missing values. So in missing values, see here, missing values, we can convert them into shoes. The primary category, Control C and Control V, Control Z. Okay, now shoe types, sort and filter, filter. You have athletic shoes, babies and kids shoes. Oh, duplication is there again. Women's shoes, women's shoes, running shoes, road running shoes, Red Wing shoes, New Balance shoes. All right, we'll remove the word women, then everything will go off. Okay, again I'll do select this column, then go to replace women's with replace all. Oh, you can't find anything to replace. Okay. Find and select, replace. We will do the thing again. Women, replace all. Okay. Plus shoe types. So we have all the road running shoes, pumps, Oxford. Why we have women's shoes again? Uh, this is a significant category, so we will replace this also, women's also, without apostrophe. So basically, we have to do this cleanup process to get some sort of understanding of our data. Only one is there, baby and kids shoes. Okay. So categorization we have cleaned up. Seven, there is a space here. Control F. So we have cleaned up the shoe types categorization. Primary categories is all about shoes, so we will delete this column. Brand. So in brands also we have lot of brands. I think there are no duplicate brands, right? So brands we don't have any problem. So brands are almost clear except the Brinley Co collection. Otherwise everything is okay in brands. Colors, I think we have lot of colors. Again, we have to change them into colors have to be broken into different categories. Color 1, color 2, color 3. Dimensions, manufacturer. Name, prices, availability. Okay. So manufacturer, we have good one. Logger, Silver Lily, soft ones. Then we have the prices. Minimum price, price availability, max amount, min amount. prices condition or shoe condition. Prices color. Okay. Now, shall I upload this sheet with corrected data?
Yes, sir.
See, in data, it is all about cleaning up. You have to do a lot of cleanup activity. Take the Excel sheet file, not the CSV one. .xlx file, I have kept it. Delete the sheet 1, let it there be sheet 2. Sheet 2, keep it like that only. Now we'll create a new pivot table. Select any single cell, insert pivot table from table range, new worksheet like. Now we have shoe type in rows, and then price is sale. So we have only sales to is we have only limited sales. 170 are sold. So you can see here, I have dragged the e-sale to price e-sale to column, shoe types to rows, and I dragged e-sale back to values so that we can see the numbers. So pumps to sandals, or let us sort it. Okay, where is the sort? Rank largest to smallest. Sorry, you should not use rank actually. Yeah. No, I don't need any insurance right now. Thank you. Okay, so we need to sort. Grand total sort we can do. Format cell, summarize values, or we select these values. Don't select the end. Then sort and filter largest to smallest. So The company is selling mostly boots, pumps. Sorry, the stock is mostly boots, pumps, stands, and sellers. But if we classify on sales, road running shoes, it is selling most. Trail running shoes to some extent. Shoes, casual shoes, running shoes, footwear, boots are there, but very less are sold. So the inventory is still there of boots, slippers, everything is there. Kookaburra, you buy UGG, it's all there. So all of you getting it right? One second. Huh? Hold on. So price is sale is true, false. What does that mean? This sale is a doubtful thing. Brand code, color code, merchant code. Okay. I think each sale is sold. The shoes type which are sold, each sale is true. False is not on sale or something like that. Now you can also add price condition to shoe type, or you will add price condition to above each sale. So condition is either new or blank. So condition is not giving us any idea. So shoe types and brand, or we'll make brand here, shoe type here, or we'll move brand to filter, shoe types to columns. So if you look at Adidas, we have 18 road running shoes, 3 trailing shoes, 74 athletic shoes. Within brand Adidas. Similarly, Adidas outdoor trailing shoes, only 5 are there. Okay. So we have Adidas, this many shoes, running shoes, trail shoes. So pivot table analyze, pivot chart. So we have this graph also. Trailing shoes, road running shoes. And we can change the brand and we can see what type of shoes we have. We have Adidas and we also look at Nike. Yeah. And then Legend. Brand move to Legend. And also move brand to filter. We'll move it to Legend. Move brand to Legend. So you can see here, the athletic shoes, majority of them are Nike. Normal shoes, it's Nike. And then we add one more brand. Dr. Scholes. We'll change the chart type to Dr. Scholes is very minimum. Now we can see Dr. Scholes. Again, a duplicate band. Under Armour also we can go for Under Armour also. Very less shoes are there in Under Armour also. So we can create a lot of interesting information on what are being sold and what need what are not being sold. So pivot tables help you in slicing and dicing the data based on your data requirements. So condition we are not getting known, but brands are there. So column label, select all. Okay. Drag brand to filter. So this is the data we have with the inventory type. What else can we do? Python, we have done lot of things. Okay, you can create an average column. Price average column can be created. And this price average column will act as our understanding variable. Okay. That way we can do price average, you can do, and then we can do linear regression. So any other analysis you suggest, guys? Expedited, 3-day, 2-day shipping, free shipping on 50 plus order, price standard, free shipping, value blank. Okay. Shipping is also there. Here we can look at the shipping. So shipping is there, but it's a very long thing. So any other analysis you can suggest, guys? Basically, shoe types, brand, and max and min amount or average amount we can calculate, and we can do this. So inventory side, this is what most of the time in inventory management, we need to clean up the data. The data cleanup is the challenging task. And a lot of manual work is also done on this cleanup thing when you don't have concrete data available. So color availability, because it is unsold, we can't give the color, or the price color is there. Oh. So price colors there are many, but not of use. Again, it needs to be cleaned up. Prices.merchant. Amazing Basics is there. On this here. Type here. So you can see here Walmart.com, overstock, shoe buy, blank 4. So you can see from where you are getting your maximum sales using the prices merchant, shoe type. And then we can also look at because the cleanup is still done. How I cleaned up the one column, you have to clean up other columns also. Then only we can use it for prediction. I have one more data set. Let me see if that is any sort of cleaning message. There are less number of things are there. So this has less number of columns. Categorization again is a problem. We have to clean it. Color. Then we have again. So when sale true, we can add colors. So if the sale is true, then we can add colors. Prices availability is true or false. So we have LE shoes, black knight, technical fabric, city classic, round. Description of the shoe is given very clearly in this data set. Okay, so we can also see the max price. Average price of casual shoes. We can see different categories and their average prices. So I have dragged brand to filters. I have dragged shoe types to rows. Then I have dragged prices amount max to values. Then I click on the black arrow. Then value field settings. In value field settings, I change it to sum to average. So in value field settings, change the sum to average. So average maximum price is this for different types of shoes. Similarly, you can also add min to this thing and value field settings average. So the minimum price and maximum price for different categories is this. pivot chart, click OK. So, you can drag it over here. Now you can see the average price, max, average, min price of different categories of shoes. You can reduce the shoe types also if you want. I want only casual shoes, running shoes, trail running shoes, athletic shoes. There's one more category, casual shoes here. So you can see the max and the min price comparison here. Average. You can add the data labels also if you want. Design, element, data labels, color. So we can see the average and average price of max average price and min average price. So this is a graph of comparison of max and min average prices. Oh. Now I think casual shoes will be in one category. Then we can see the categorization, how it goes. Average monthly price of casual shoes. So there is a refresh data in pivot table. Where is that? Refresh, yeah. Refresh all. So let us see if it is refreshed or not. Shoe types. Casual shoes is now under one category. Lead sale in columns. Again, lead sale in value. Now I can see casual shoes are in one place. Then we will see price maximum, amount max, come to value field settings to average. Similarly, min, value field settings to average. Got it. Now, pivot chart, click OK. Control X, Q3, Control V, remove the field, and then let us see what we can integrate here. So the average prices of different categorizations, min and max price. Winter boots, sneakers, training shoes. Red Wing shoes are costly. Red Wing shoes are very, very costly. Rest of all are not that costly. So we have costly shoes of Red Wing. Min is average min is 289. Average max is also 289. Min and max are same for Red Wing shoes. So Red Wing shoes are costlier. So getting it, all of you, how to analyze the inventory data and all. Participants, you're there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we are here.
So what analysis can you do with the data we have? The ones which we have done the analysis on shoe types, right? So if you remove shoe type and we replace it with brand, now you can see brand wise average in this thing. So we have already more than 100 brands. A2 by Aerosols, Adidas, Andrew Geller, basics. I think this is A6 is nothing but basics. Brooks, Candice, Clark, Daniel Green, Dansko, Dr. Scholes, Daniel Dekin, Henry Ferrera, Headstar, and all are there. We have close to 100 brands with average min and average max price. Muckler, Naturalizers, Nike, Puma, Red Wing, Reef, Rika, Saliva. Not much of duplication. Skechers, and United Armour. So we can see here what are the different types of brands, and let us see what type of chart we can analyze. Column. I think horizontal bar is good for this one. Control X. I'll add one more sheet. Paste as visualization, and then you see, not paste as visualization. We paste only, normal paste. But I think we are not getting all brands here, so we have to select the brand. So we'll select Adidas, Adidas Outdoor, Fila, Nike, Puma, okay. So you can see these are the average min prices for the different types of shoes. Brands, there are too many brands. I bottled down to the nearest brands. In brands also we have to do slight cleanup, particularly Dr. Scholes and Adidas. We can combine them into one. For Adidas Outdoor, the price is very high, so we can keep it like this. And if we add Dr. Scholes, what it will happen? Dr. Stoll's is almost same. Max and min price average is same. So you can see your brands of shoes and then what you can do with these shoes. So this type of inventory analysis we generally do, and then you can create to clear these units what you should do. You try to find an average price between min and max, and then you try to give an offer and then push them into the sale so that people can buy. So this type of analysis you can do. Lot of analysis like what types of shoes are being sold, what are unsold, how much we can sell them. All those things can be done. All right, all of you got this? Participants are able to do this pivot tables?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts you have how to look at your inventory, so you have to be very careful with the minimum price you can offer and the maximum price to offer, and accordingly you will offer a discount. If the min and max price are same, you can't offer a discount. So that is how you have to plan. The category managers will look at the prices and then accordingly they will offer a price, a 20% discount or a 10% discount, and then the category will be cleared from the stock. So this data is about shoes with the company, and then they are trying to find out how to manage the inventory and all. So still we need to do some analysis. Brand, we have to just categorize them properly, and then we see based on the brands also we have done some analysis. So this is your horizontal plot. This is your bar plot. This is your pivot table for the same plot. So the pivot table also gets updated as when you clean the data. But how you clean is, this is the process of manual cleaning where we clean them based on the Excel sheets and all, categorize them, split them. Once you bring them into broad categorization. And once you bring them into broad categorization, then you can use it for your analysis. So this sort of analysis we have to do in Excel. Even in Python or R also we will do the same type of analysis. Cleaning is the biggest challenge for this type of data set. So this is more of a database cleaning task rather than a model building task or a predictive modeling task. So here the challenge is how we clean the data and how we draw inferences from the cleaned data. So I have shown you for categories. You can do the similar type of analysis for brands. You can prices availability also can do it. Let us see. There will be this thing. Pivot table design, field list, brand, and then price availability. And then drag price availability to values. So we have only 43 or 42 in stock. Oh, we have put a filter on brands, right? Row label, select all, click OK. Now we'll get back to our normal 10,434. Out of stock, in stock, grand total. Instead of brand, we will do shoe type. So out of stock and in stock. Count of value products. So out of stock are very less, in stock less, blanks are more. So we need to work on this blank. How do we fill up this blank? And accordingly, we need to clean up the database also. So the database input is a problem here. So we have to first bring the changes in the database so that these errors won't repeat again. So that we can have complete data available for analysis. All right, participants, all of you got this?
Yes, sir.
So basic inventory analysis or sales stock analysis is done in Excel only. Based on Excel sheets and the data, we create pivot tables and we use them to do basic sale analysis or the inventory stock analysis. So it looks like this. You can do the analysis for the stocks and the inventory we have. I think we can do prices color also. No. Color is becoming problematic. Got stuck. There are too many colors. Prices, condition, nothing. Prices, merchant, and price is sale. So merchant wise, you can see the sale. And then pivot table analyze, pivot chart. You can do only column charts. Excel show type, if it is a pivot chart for this, blanks are more, not analysis. Again, we are stuck with wrong, missing data. We are stuck with missing data here in this sheet. So, lot of missing data here. That's why we are not able to do proper analysis. Okay, guys?
Understood, sir.